Welcome to NIM Sister. We will going to discuss about object and classes today. So very important topic. Again, very necessary for to do programming. So here C++ object is nothing but. So we're going to see the definition. Object is a real world entity. There are certain examples are there: chair, car, pen, mobile, laptop, etc., etc. All these are all comes under real world objects. Again, so in this object, what are the things will be there? Okay, so object is an entity that has state. Another one is behavior. You can able to see here. State means data. So they now some kind of data, maybe integer value, float value, character value, anything. So that is data, and it has a behavior. Behavior nothing but functionality. If you take the remote as an object, so what is the functionality? We can able to on the TV, you can able to off the TV. That is the functionality, like that. Object is a runtime entity. It is created at the runtime. So at the runtime the object will be created. Object is an instance of class. Basically we will call like this also. It is an instance of class. All the members of class can be accessed through the object. So whatever the members you will going to create, so everything can be accessed through the objects. So here how to create an object. So it is student is a class name. Again s1 is an object here. Okay, this is how you're going to create a object. So we're going to understand about the class. So here we will going to understand about the class here. In C++, object is a group of similar objects. Okay, if you have a objects like that, you are going to have a similar objects in that particular group. Nothing but in the class. Okay, it is a template from which objects are created. So nothing but basically class is nothing but it is a blueprint. You can able to see this diagram. It is a blueprint. So using this blueprint, we can able to create a number of objects which are very similar to that. It can have fields, methods, and constructor. In this particularly in the class, this in this class you're going to find a lot of methods. Again, fields, methods are nothing but functionality. Field is nothing but variables, data members. Okay, again constructors. Okay, suppose you wanted to construct without calling. Okay, automatically when you use the constructor, it will be called when the object got created. Immediately it will going to call that is what we call it as automatical calling. Automatically it will be called when the object got created. Let's see an example for C++ class. So here you're going to find three fields only. Okay, nothing but these are all comes under data members. You can able to see the structure of class. So we have to mention. So this is a syntax. So we have to see this one. Class is a keyword. Again, student is a class name. Here, so we have to open the body. So this is the body, private. Okay. So these are all visibility modes. We will going to tell you about that. There are three visibility modes: private, public, and protected. So under the private, we have declared some data members. You can able to see ID, salary, name, all these are all variables with the data types. Again, finally, we have to close the body with semicolon. We haven't mentioned that one. So just I want to mention it. Please mention these things. We have to mention the semicolon here. Okay. So, semicolon. So semicolon is must here. This is how we will going to create the class. So we will go a little bit further. We will going to understand more about the classes. We will going to see the syntax here. So how to define a class. So here you can able to see first we have to write a keyword that is class. Again, class name is important here. Again, here open the body. Again, private. Under that you write a variable or function name. Okay, so using return type again as well as data types. Again, it will take parameters. The function will going to take parameters. That is what exactly data type, variable name, return type, function name with arguments. Again, public data type, again variable name, return type, function name with arguments. Again, for every function you will going to have a function body. That is what exactly you're going to see. Again, one more visibility mode, that is protected data type, again variable name, return type, function name, argument. Okay, so with the close the body. Again, finally you're going to mention the semicolon. This is the way to define a class. Okay, so this is all about class. We're going to write a program on this, how to create a class as well as how to create an object. So we're going to write a program here. So first we will going to create a class here. So we have to mention the keyword class. Again, you mention the student as a class name, student. Okay. So create a body here. So that's it. So just So here what we're going to do, we will going to create the data members as well as member functions here. First what I will going to do, so using public using public. So under the public, I will going to create a variables here. So example, there are certain variables are there. So when you come to the student will going to have a ID, integer ID. So ID will be in that integer type. Again, you will going to have what is that? String name. So string name, you will student will going to have a name that is string type. So name. So here, what I will going to do, I will going to create uh, one function. Okay, so not only function. So what I will going to do, I will going to assign some data to this particular ID as well as name. I will going to assign the values to this one. We said it very clearly, so you can able to access these things ID and name by using the objects. So first we will going to create an object here. So saying that student name. So to create an object, we have to mention very clearly. So that is class name, that is student. Again, finally, you have to create an object that is called as obj. You can mention whatever you want it. Okay. So if you want it, you can able to mention some name like Surya. Okay. Okay. Surya's IDs. Okay. Surya as an object here. Here, what I'm going to do. So using objects, I can able to access that members, data members. Surya. So how to access, I will tell you. Again, how to assign the values to that particular member data. Okay, so Surya dot uh, id id. Okay, Surya dot id is equal to, so some you give some id. So like 111 is Surya's id. Again, Surya Surya dot dot what is that name. Okay, so name is a variable here. Okay, so here give some name, so that is Surya. Surya semicolon. Okay, so that's it. So you can able to access like this. Again, finally you can able to print also. So here just you mention cout, sorry, cout. Here mention like this. So what we will going to do, so we will going to print the variables data members. Okay, so data member variables are id, so that is the student id. Like that I will going to mention. If I will say like that, the student, so the student id, student id. So that is equal to, that is equal to, okay, so here I'm going to mention, so that is id. Okay, id and so just I will going to copy this one, Control C, again mention here. Okay, so here what I will going to do, I will say student name. So please keep it very simple and easy. Name. Again here I will going to mention the data member, that is name. So now we're going to build this one, build the program. So we have some error. Let's see what is the error. So let's see this one. So sorry, we just missed this one. Sorry, and just we have to mention we are calling that one. So we are calling the object. That's why Surya. Surya is my object. Surya dot id. Please you mention this one. Surya dot name. Just you run this one. See here you can able to see the student ID is 111. Again, the student name is Surya. So this is how you will want to create the objects as well as classes. Okay. So when you create a data member inside the public, so it will, you can able to access these members. Okay, so that is the reason why I can able to assign the values 111 to id, again name to Surya. If it is under the public, means definitely we cannot able to access this one. So we're going to see in those things in next video, but this is not the right way. So never ever declare this data member in the public, because it is a bad practice as well as it is an illegal. It will going to violate the data id. Basically I will tell you, when you go to the class from year to year. Okay, year to year, you can able to see from year to year, sorry, not from year to year, sorry, from year to year. So we have a encapsulation, because we have a data member as well as member functions. Everything will be inside one class. That is the reason why it will going to create an encapsulation as well as data ID. But when you make these variables ID and name under the public, definitely someone can able to access this one. It will become access to everyone. That is the reason why this is completely bad practice. Never ever choose such kind of practice. Instead of declaring the variables data members, so you can declare those variables under the public. That is better, what I feel. Okay, private. Under the private, please mention under the private. Every time you mention the variables under the private. So we will going to see those things, such kind of programs. Thank you very much.